Alright, so what we have here is a Doghouse on a 1998 Chevy Express or 1500 5.7 motor. But I've been working underneath it, so I just kind of stuck everything together for the video to show you what needs to be taken off. This is the first piece. It has these little clips in it on this side, and then the back of this one on the left hand side is like a metal clip that actually snaps in. So these clips will go in these two little holes, and the other side will just snap in. So once you have that off, you snap it off from the left side. The Doghouse has 4 bolts. There's 2 nuts right here that you take those off, and then there's 2 down there. One there, and there's 1 down there. So like I said, I already have all this stuff off. You undo all those nuts. It should just come off. Alright, put that out of our way. Alright, then this is the vent plastic piece that does for like the, venting for the ground heater or whatever. Take that off. You can see the marks. There's 2. There's one right there. There's one that comes up. There's actually 2 straps that was on here, and they come down to these points, and there's 2 nuts. So they just hook up there on one side, and then they bolt down here. So once you have that off, that kind of snugs up the Doghouse. You should be able to just pull it back. And get it out of the way. Alright. So now I've already finished doing this, but on the top here, this is your distributor cap, and your rotor's inside there, and these are your spark plug wires. There's 4 on each side. This side has 1 extra 5, but it doesn't go to the spark plug. It just wraps around and comes right up here. So when I did this, I tried to get as many of the spark plugs from up here, and I wish I wouldn't have. You kind of see it, the spark plugs back there where follow the wires. You could do on the left hand side or the driver's side, you can do 2 from the cab, and then I caution you on the right hand side that this tube right here I actually broke, and it's the dipstick tube. So recommendation is to try to do as many of these from below and not try to get your hand around that thing, because it breaks pretty easy. It's pretty thin gauge. So I gotta buy a new tube, but what I wish I would have done is you actually let's come outside. Alright, so this is where the wheel well is. So that's your tire. You should be able to, let's see if I can get in there. See a spark plug wire right there, kind of in the middle of the screen. If you take off your tire, you can actually reach in here and get them all. So the Doghouse, I would just run your wires and stuff, spark plug wires, and then from the wheel wells, I recommend actually getting in there and removing it. They come almost straight out, but there is a little bit of an angle. So you see that spark plug wire right there. There's a spark plug in the middle of the screen. So what I actually ended up doing is just buying a bunch of these extension pieces. You can get them at Harbor Freight. I wish I would have got the ones that wobble a little bit, so there's a little bit of movement. I think they're like 15 or 20 bucks, but you have to come out like it's like 1.5 feet to get you in the wheel well. So recommendation is get a couple of those, and then get something that kind of gets you at weird angles. So, but you can just get them, almost all of them, from the wheel well. And I was trying not to do that, but once I pulled that off, it was actually really easy. But anyways, that's what I had going on here. It took me about I don't know, say 3 hours. Now I got probably another 2 hours in that tube I have to replace for the dipstick. And then I like to date everything when I replace stuff, so I know, because I don't like keeping paperwork in the rig. But you just throw dates on stuff, and that way you know what you replaced. So I wrote on there that I did the plugs, cap, rotor, wires, and then the date, April 2015. So anyways, hopefully that helped you out. This is all a learning experience, and I'm definitely not a mechanic, but I am just cheap, so recommend you to give her a shot, and good luck. Let me know if you have any questions or recommendations. Thank you for your time. Bye.